Today we will be hearing about multifamily programs at FirstEnergy. This is an opportunity for those who missed the in-person meeting out in Center County to hear about the programs. Bridget Orth from FirstEnergy will be presenting. Bridget Orth is the program manager for the FirstEnergy energy efficiency individually and master metered multifamily programs. Bridget has been with FirstEnergy for the past 11 years, starting her career in the Reading Call Center. Bridget has been a part of the energy efficiency and conversation team for 3 years. She currently holds an associate's degree in business management and is completing a dual bachelor's degree in business management and human resource management. Bridget, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Tori. Good afternoon, everyone. Like Tori mentioned, I am Bridget Orth, and I'm the program manager for the FirstEnergy energy efficiency individually and master metered multifamily program. I look forward to presenting the information today on FirstEnergy's program. Okay. Next slide, Tori. Okay. So FirstEnergy is currently in phase 3 of our Act 129 program, which started on June 1st of this year and will run until May 31st of 2021. Low income's target is 5.5% of the energy savings target, and the chart that is on this slide provides a breakdown of our savings goals per operating company. Next slide. So in the residential market, we offer the following programs. We have the Appliance Turn-In Program, which provides rebates to consumers for turning in working appliances. We have the Energy Efficient Home Program, which provides customers with energy efficiency education and awareness, along with measures and incentives to improve energy efficiency of homes. The program also provides an opportunity for residential customers with smart meters to reduce usage during Act 129 demand response events. Energy Efficient Products Program provides the purchase of energy efficient products such as HVAC equipment, appliances, lighting, home electronics, and other home products through consumer rebates or incentives and support to retailers and manufacturers. And there is also the Low Income Energy Efficiency Program, which provide energy efficient education and awareness along with basic to comprehensive whole house energy efficiency measures to qualified low income customers, reducing appliance replacement and rebates for turning in working appliances or the purchase of energy efficient products. Next slide. In the small commercial market, the programs we offer are the Commercial and Industrial Energy Solutions for Business program, which provides measures and financial incentives to small commercial and industrial customers, including small government and industrial customers, to purchase qualifying high-efficiency measures, recycle ineffective appliances, retrofit specialized processes and applications to higher efficiency processes and applications, complete qualifying high-efficiency buildings, shell or system improvements, or to complete an audit with qualifying audit installations or recommendations. And there is also the Commercial and Industrial Demand Response Program, which provides peak demand reductions during the months of June through September in the small commercial customer sector by deploying customer load resources from load curtailment strategies provided by PJM curtailment services providers. Next slide. And in the large commercial and industrial market, we offer the Commercial and Industrial Energy Solutions for Business program, which provides financial incentives to large commercial and industrial customers, including large government and industrial customers, to implement qualifying high-efficient measures or retrofit specialized processes and applications to higher efficiency processes and applications, complete qualifying high-efficiency building shell or system improvements, or to complete an audit with qualifying audit recommendations, and the Commercial and Industrial Demand Response Program, which again provides peak demand reductions during the month of June through September, as it does for the small program. Next slide. Okay. And in the government market, we offer the Government and Industrial Tariff Program, which provides financial incentives to the government, education, and nonprofit tariff customers to purchase or install qualifying high-efficiency measures and recycle inefficient appliances. Okay, next slide. Okay, so in Pennsylvania, FirstEnergy is the parent company of MedEd, Penelec, Penn Power, and West Penn Power, and provides electric service to all of the areas on the map, except the white areas which are covered by other utilities. Today, I will be speaking about 5 programs FirstEnergy offers for low-income buildings in our service territory. So why should building owners and landlords participate in one of FirstEnergy's multifamily programs? You could decrease energy usage and thus lower electric bills for either the entire building or individual units. You could earn a return on your investment or improve the value of your property. You could reduce maintenance costs, possibly increase tenant retention and comfort by improving appliance performance and lifespan, and improve health and safety. The multifamily programs can work to supplement your qualified allocation plan, and you can leverage these programs to maximize property reserve accounts. Next. Okay, so the first program we're going to go over today is the Master Metered Multifamily Program. This program is for buildings with 5 or more tenant units where residents do not have their own electric meters. A minimum of 66% of tenants in these buildings must be at or below 150% of the federal poverty income guidelines. And for this program, there would be no cost to the tenants. The chart on this slide does indicate what the 2016 federal poverty income guidelines are based on household size, maximum yearly household income before taxes. Okay. So if your building meets the qualifications we just went over, our contractor, Clear Result, will perform sample assessments on a set amount of tenant units within your building. Based on these assessments, a proposal will be provided to the landlord, building owner, about the energy efficient measures which could be installed throughout the rest of the apartment. During this initial assessment, energy efficient measures such as efficient lighting, night lights, and faucet aerators could be installed in the sample units. The audit will be free. However, an upfront payment of 20% for the initial items will be required prior to the assessments being started. Energy efficient items for tenant units may include efficient lighting, LED exit signs, appliance replacements, occupancy sensors, smart power strips, energy education workshops, operating and maintenance recommendations, electric water heat inspection and saving measures, as well as other measures depending on return on investment. Okay. The next program that FirstEnergy offers is the Individually Metered Multifamily Program. This program is for buildings with as well 5 or more units, but this would be where the tenant has their own electric bill. Tenants here must also be at or below 150% of the federal poverty income guidelines. And again, there is no cost to the tenants or the landlord or building owners for energy efficient items installed in these tenant units. In this program, FirstEnergy would only treat the apartments of the income qualifying applicants. Energy efficient items may include energy efficient lighting, LED night lights, smart power strips, electric water heater inspections and saving items such as faucet aerators and shower heads, as well as refrigerator freezer evaluation and possible replacement. The third option that we do offer in the multifamily buildings would be for the common area. This would be where the tenant units are, where you have either the tenant units are individually metered or the whole building is on 1 meter. We would be able to treat the common area. Again, the building must have 5 or more units. A minimum of 66% of tenants must be at or below 150% of the federal poverty income guidelines. And as our master metered multifamily program, the common area does follow that the landlord building owner only pays 20% of measure costs, and the program will pay for 80% of the cost. Energy efficient items for the common areas may include LED exit signs, smart power strips, efficient lighting, electric water heater inspection, and energy saving items such as faucet aerators and shower heads, occupancy sensors, efficient vending machine sensors, energy education workshops for the building. And as part of the audit process, the contractor will assess additional measure needs and determine if your building can be a good candidate for other rebates for larger services such as air sealing, insulation, and electric HVAC work through our small commercial program. Rebate forms will be provided to the landlord or building owner if this is deemed necessary. Okay, so how would you participate in the multifamily program? The first one would be that you can contact Pam McMillan directly at the phone number listed, or you can email her at the email listed here as well. When the PowerPoint was created, it did advise that more information was coming soon on the website, and that actually was set up this morning. So when we are done, you're more than welcome to obtain more information at energysavepa.com, and you would go under the multifamily heading to be able to access information of what we just went over today. Okay, and then let us help you coordinate an energy audit and review recommendations and remind you to put these programs in your budget and capital improvement planning. So, what happens if you have a multifamily building where tenants are between 151 to 200% of the federal poverty income guidelines, or the building has 1 to 4 units? We do offer other programs, which the first one would be the WARM program, and that's available for individually metered units where the tenant's income is between the 151 to 200 or of the federal poverty income guidelines, or smaller buildings with only 1 to 4 units. Information on the WARM program can be obtained by calling 1-800-207-9276 or by visiting the For Your Home section located on the EnergySavePA.com website. All energy efficient items under the WARM program, with the exception of HVAC replacements, are installed at no cost to either tenants or landlords. The low-income new housing, this is for new housing programs. It's for new construction buildings. The buildings must be 4 stories or less to qualify. To receive the incentives, there are 2 tiers. Tier 1, the new home must achieve a modeled energy savings of 15% over the 2009 International Energy Conservation Code, IECC. This tier would be eligible to receive 33 cents per kWh. In Tier 2, for new homes that are Energy Star certified and achieve a modeled energy savings of 15% over the 2009 International Energy Conservation Code, this tier would be eligible for a higher incentive of 38 cents per kilowatt hour. So to participate in the low-income new housing, you can directly contact Mike Arblaster at 814-282-3689, or you can email him at marblaster@psdconsulting.com. Mike is the program manager through PSD, who will be managing this program for FirstEnergy. And you can also obtain more information by visiting FirstEnergy's website of EnergySavePA.com. This program is listed as energy efficient new homes under the For Builders section under the For Your Business section. So I'm going to open up the lines, Tori, at this point in time to have anybody ask any questions about the program or anything that they would like to discuss at this point.
Great. Thanks so much, Bridget.
You're welcome.
The conference has been unmuted.
So the lines are unmuted, so if you have a question, you can just ask Bridget now during this time.
Except I stink. We can't tell.
Do we have any questions?
I just have a quick question. I was just wondering, Bridget, if you can talk a little bit about,
It's really bad.
and I do, if people don't have questions, if they want to mute themselves, do *6. How quickly the turnaround time is if people have questions or want to take part in this program. How long is the turnaround, or do you have any feedback on, how best for people to get engaged in this? I know that you all are interested in doing outreach, so if there's anything that you can help the group, we do have owners and developers on the phone. This is, Joyce from the Housing Alliance. Any way people can participate quickly and easily, that would be helpful.
Yep. Well, there's a couple ways that we've made this easy. Before we can go into a building, either individually or master metered, we do need a landlord agreement signed. For the individually metered buildings, we would need a landlord agreement signed as well as applications from the tenants. We are trying to have as quick of a turnaround as we possibly can, but it really does depend on how fast we get the applications and the landlord agreements back from the tenants and the landlord. The faster we get them back, the faster we can turn around. We are advising our landlords 3 to 6 months. Possibly, could be a lot shorter, but we do allow for the leeway just in case if we get an influx of applications. But they can, you can get in contact with the applications for the individually metered program is on the website. You can also contact Pam or email Pam directly, and she can get those applications and landlord agreements directly to you.
Thanks, Bridget. I have a question in the chat box from James Stafford. I have a client with 13 4-unit apartment buildings co-located on the same lot. Would this be considered 52 units, or would each 4-unit building only qualify for the WARM program?
If it's one owner and it's one complex, then yes, it would be considered the multifamily program, and it would be considered 52 units.
Great, thanks. Any other questions from those in the audience?
I do have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
If there is a master meter with multiple meters underneath it that are all individual residential meters, however, the residents don't pay separate utility bills, it's included in their rent, so we just pay one check on the master meter. Is that considered for this program, or would you need each tenant, because they just happen to have meters to those units, to sign off on that?
Nope. If you have if all the meters are under the landlord or property's name, even though they're individually metered, you would be considered under the master metered program, where 66% of the building would have to qualify for be at or below 150% of the federal poverty income guidelines, and then it would kind of flow under the master metered with the free audit, the 20% required by the landlord, and 80% paid by the program.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments or?
Well, they showed me the rooms. I was asking my friends.
Okay.
Great. Okay. I have James. You can ask your question. James Stafford, you said you have another question?
You can have that. What do you mean temporarily? Just for a bit.
Is James Stafford on the phone?
Would a unit that only rents rooms qualify for the program?
No.
They would have to be individual units. They would have to be considered residential units. If they're just rooms with shared kitchens and bathrooms, they would not qualify under this program.
You're on it too.
If participating in the commercial rebate program, which they have on any of these properties, would that disqualify you from then getting into this low-income residential program?
Hard to overcome.
It would not disqualify you from this. However, depending on what you've already done,
Exactly.
will possibly limit. Oh,
You got to get over that too.
okay.
Sorry, just a reminder, if please mute the lines if you have some background going on.
Easier. I mean, transportation has its issues.
Okay. So again, it would not limit you and it would not disqualify you from these programs. However, it may limit what we can do in the building based on what you may have already done for an incentive, if you did an incentive or a rebate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any additional questions?
Well, thank you everyone for getting on this webinar, and we will have the presentation as well as the recording available online, and we'll send out the presentation after this webinar. And if you have any additional questions for Bridget, do you have your contact information, Bridget, on the slide?
Excuse me, my contact information is not on the slide. However, they can dial 1-888-406-8074. Again, that's 1-888-406-8074. You can ask for myself, Bridget Orth, or Pam McMillan, and we will be able to answer any questions they have.
Actually, before we get off, we have just one more question that was asked in the chat. This is random, but does FirstEnergy see in its future subsidies for installing solar panels on multifamily dwellings and doing a buyback?
No.
Sorry?
Did somebody else answer that question instead of FirstEnergy?
Bridget, do you have yeah, it sounded like someone else had asked it. Do you have an additional question or answer?
Okay, what I'm going to encourage a person at this point is to visit the website of EnergySavePA.com. All of our programs that FirstEnergy offers would be out there. If something isn't there, you can by all means check for under your business. There may be a contact there that you can reach out to help better answer that for you.
Great. Thanks again, Bridget, for doing this webinar, and everyone have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.